Uh-oh, we're going live. Okay, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I am Nancy Quinn, interior design business coach and body language trainer, and I am here with Kim Vanderpool of Fresh Impact. I didn't put up our little signs above our head. Let me see if I can go do that for a moment because it blocks us a little bit on Instagram, and I never like that. But welcome, Kim. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good. Did you find your notes?
I did find my notes. Yeah. I clicked the wrong button. It's like, well, there went my notes. But the content I talk about all the time, so we could wing it if we had to. But notes help it keep a little structure to it. So.
It absolutely helps to have a few
Yes.
notes. I always say at least 3 bullet points, and then you can talk about usually anything off the top of your head. So, all right, today we're talking about the content pillars made simple, a social plan interior designers can actually stick to. This is the big problem. Everyone wants everyone to do too much, and they get like, I can't keep up. So
Right.
tell us about the content
Right.
pillars, what they are, and how we can make them simple.
Right. Well, the talk about needing notes for structure leads right into why we use content pillars because it gives us structure to our content. And
Yes.
how we usually teach it in the club is that your content that you want to post really derives back to what goals you want. So we're going to just address the average interior designer that you want brand recognition and you would like to get some sales from your social media. And
That'd be
so
nice.
to do that, we would recommend posting minimum of 3 times a week,
Okay.
having that consistency, and that's something that's really doable. I do recommend people sitting down once a week, once every other week, creating that content, and then you're done. You don't have to think about it all week long when you've got wearing all the other million hats that you're wearing. And what the content pillars do is they help us create that structure. And so usually we will pick like 3 to 4 pillars, and they're really easy for designers. The first one pillar would be your work. So that would be your before and afters, any project reveals, or any detail shots that you have.
Okay.
And that would be one post for the week is your work. Nice and simple. The next one would be your thinking. This is where we want to build that authority. And this is really where you're going to stand out online, especially now when it seems like we're fighting the AI and the algorithm. We're fighting the 2 A's. And so, but we have the third A, which is even better, and that is your authority. Nobody can take your voice and who you are away from you. And so sharing things like why I chose this layout, or one mistake I see in kitchens, or the number one thing people are coming to me for advice or wanting me to help them with their solutions and what your solution is. And then, of course, sharing any design tips or insights. One fun one, it's spring. Something that you could share is one way I bring spring into my home is I put a bouquet of flowers on the table.
That's funny you said that because we've been doing that. We buy flowers every week and put them on the table, and it's been making me feel very nice and springy.
Right.
So
But
yes,
that's something a lot of people don't think about doing. And if you're a designer and you show that, and it's like, oh, I like that that designer thinks about those little details on how to make my home good to better. And that's
yes.
going to show it's not like I care how you choose the tile. That's not, I just want to know if it's pretty. And so showing that you bring those little elements into making that home is going to show that you have that authority.
And it's the behind the scenes thought process of a designer, which if someone's not a designer, they're like, you know what? I never thought buy myself flowers and put them on the table every week, or buy a plant, or rearrange something. Like showing what these little things that you do draw people in, and then they start to know you, and that relationship starts to create, and your higher level thinking then starts to be seen.
Correct, correct. Or I came across one the other day and they showed two homes, and it was like, this is what the average home looks like, but this one here looks more pulled together. And what was the trick? It was that they were showing their own personality. This family liked a lot of games, board games and stuff. So they showed how to display them. And so automatically you were connected with that family because they brought their element in and it wasn't just white vanilla like everybody else's. And
Exactly.
so that shows your authority, which is really huge right now on all the social networks because we're fighting those other 2 A's. And so
Yes.
showing your authority is really important. And then the other two would be your process. People want to know what it's like to work with you. And so, I mean, are you organized? Can they see behind the scenes? Can they see how you're going to the warehouse to select materials? And then could you even bring them on a client journey? Could you say, the Smith family, change the name, of course, contacted us because they wanted to update and remodel their kitchen. This is their pain points. All the mail always sat at the back door and it was scattered all over. The kids' backpacks were all over the floor. The kids couldn't help themselves to any snacks. This is how we solve the problem, and bring it on and then show that end product. People want to know.
Storytelling.
Yes. Storytelling wins all the time. And then the last one would be your invitation, or would be your promotion. Now booking for spring. Here's how to work with me. Service breakdowns, and showing that. We recommend that if you do the 3 posts a week, the first post would be your work. Okay. Your second post would be your thinking. And then that third post would be alternating between your process or your promotion. So every other week, 1 week you would do your process, the next week you would do your promotion.
Okay, question, because some people are new or don't have a lot of jobs, and that's what they're trying to get, is more jobs. So in that first post where you're showing your work, what are some alternatives if they don't have a large portfolio to show?
Okay. You can use stock photos that resemble the work that you do. So if you are more of a luxury brand designer, then you want to go look to like Adobe Stock. They have some really nice homes with luxury brand images that you could use. Mm-hmm. Or if you do have some project photos, crop out little pieces of your project photos.
Do like vignettes or like close-ups.
Yes. Those would be great ones. The number one post, it's deviating from the content pillars a little bit, but the number one post, if you look through anybody's Instagram, is when they see a photo of you. So even if you don't have project photos of designs that you've done, most of us live in an apartment or a home. We live someplace that you could easily have someone take a picture of you, or set up a tripod and take a picture of yourself, even fluffing a pillow, or making your bed, or straightening out a frame, or fluffing a plant, or whatever.
Right. Go to a showroom and ask someone to take pictures of you looking at the rugs that are hanging, looking at the samples, tiles, right. And you're in a kitchen showroom, right? And think outside the box. Wherever you are, try to get a picture of yourself doing something.
Right.
And those are ones you can use.
And usually when we're teaching in the club, I challenge our designers to show yourself face, somehow show you every 6 posts. So every 2 weeks, they're seeing a picture of you, because that's how you build that know, like, and trust quicker than anything. And that's not something AI can steal from you.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
That's
and
right.
So if you don't have a lot of project photos, think creatively, like, how could I show up in a photo that would still demonstrate my knowledge and people can get to know, like, and trust me?
Yes. And one of the things that we teach in the academy is that you can also use some of the AI tools to create your look, and make sure you're noting that this is an AI tool I use to create a room for my dream client. Who are you? You know, like that kind of thing. As long as you're revealing that it's your taste created by an AI, it's still something acceptable, as long as you're revealing that it's AI in my book. What do you think?
Yeah. And someone in the club the other day said that she had used AI to like lighten a photo or do something a little bit, and she uploaded it to LinkedIn, and LinkedIn automatically tagged it as an AI generated photo. So she went ahead and she put a little sentence on it and said, LinkedIn tagged this, but it is my photo. I just wanted it lightened by AI. So she explained why the AI was there. So
interesting.
People are okay with that. They want to know. And really, the more real and the more authentic you can be with your images and stuff, even if you're at Target and you find this really cool home decor, have someone take a picture of you holding it up, like, I was at Target, this is what I found. Because it's being real, it's showing people that, oh, we can find things. And then you're really helping your audience think more into that. Oh, how can I design my home?
Yes. You're making me think of a funny video I saw the other day, because I feel like sometimes people get very serious about their Instagram feed and their social media feed, which I get serious about it too. But when I see something funny related, like I saw these videos of it was two guys or two girls or a couple. It was everyone. I've seen it multiple times where they run through Home Goods and they go, oh my God, you're looking for that purple elephant that holds a plant that goes outside in front of your house? I think we have one. And they go run and they pull up this purple elephant planter, right? And they make a joke, but it's so funny and compelling. Designers can make, enjoy the process of posting as well and do something fun sometimes and still show their personality and their taste.
People love fun. Especially
everyone needs more fun. That's the problem.
They do,
because serious.
We're very serious, and we really want to do, how can we stand out from all the other noise? And that is one way. If you're fun, like you're talking about this fun video that you watch, and that's what we want people to do. We want them to remember, showing photos of your projects is great. It gives people an example of what you can do.
Yes.
But when people are going through Instagram and they're seeing every designer showing all their project photos, they kind of become numb to it. And so how can you stand up? You want to stop that scroll so they read your captions is what we want to do.
Yes, I love when we talk because it inspires me too, because I'm a lot of fun sometimes in the background, but I'm not that fun on my Instagram, right? It's fun. It's if you can get your personality to come across through social media, it's helpful because people are hiring you for your personality, not just your taste or the end result you can get for them. It's both, because they have to be able to work with you for a long period of time as an interior designer.
Right. And I'll tell you a little fun story on myself. So we're kind of rebranding our messaging for Fresh Impact to really help promote the club, to show people that we can transform and make their social media simple. So my AI knows me well. I took a screenshot of my Instagram, so it probably had like 12 or 15 of my grid, and I put it up there, and AI fired me. They said that I looked like I was an educational course resource. Like I gave lots of great tips, but there was no images of me, so people couldn't build that trust with me.
Interesting.
Yes. And so if you get stuck and your AI knows you, I take a screenshot and see what that AI says about what your Instagram shows and what you want it. I had to put I want to show people the transformation and how we make things simple for them and how we can get their marketing done in an hour a week, and you're done. You don't have to think about it. And it said, and I always say, be honest. I don't want to be sugarcoated.
Yeah, I always tell my AI too, be honest. Tell me what I'm not seeing.
Yes, it said, we're not seeing you.
So funny. See that? It can be honest with you. You got to push back on it.
Yes. Yep. And so some quick tips for staying consistent without burning out just means, if you can create in batches, and then save your ideas on your phone. I always think of ideas, but I never know where to put them. So now I have a little thing in my note section, and I just put my ideas there. So when I sit down to create, I'm not like, oh, what do I post? I already got my ideas. Look at your analytics to see what's resonated in the past with your audience. And don't be afraid to either recreate something that's similar, or if it's been a couple months, reuse that same post, maybe change the copy just a little bit. It evidently worked. It resonates with your audience. They're going to forget that they saw it 3 months ago. And so don't be afraid to reuse it. And then if you're stuck right now, like people are really busy with spring and Mother's Day and graduations and everything's coming up. And it's like, I just don't have time to even come up with something creative. Yes. This is where AI can really help you if they know your voice. Is you could go back to a post a year ago and just put that caption into AI and just say, I want to freshen this up, and I want a new hook and a call to action. And then it will do that. And that cuts down your time when you're busy and you cannot actually get a post out there.
I love that idea. People get very hung up on, I can't post it again. I mean, honestly, you have to post things multiple times, because how many people have new content constantly, right? And if it was popular back then, it might be popular again, and it saves you time. It's like putting out a repeat podcast. People do that all the time because life happens.
Right. And the biggest tip is, just because you find it interesting content, think about when you're using it for a business, think about if your audience is going to find it interesting. So as a designer, you may be interested in knowing that these mistakes were made in this room when HGTV did this design. But does your audience care or do they want to know something else? So always think in the back of your mind, if you're like, I'm not getting any engagement, are you posting things that you want to post that you find interesting?
Good
Or
point.
are you posting things that are going to pull your audience in so that they get to know you? There's a big difference. And so if you're not getting any comments, any likes, anything, take a look and say, well, what kind of content am I posting?
Right. Am I just pushing out, or am I actually giving them stuff they're interested in?
Yes, yes, yes. Because if I was posting just for myself, I post about books, flowers, my grandkids. Well, I'm not going to necessarily get clients if all I'm posting is about my grandkids.
Right. You need to post about what they hope to learn from you, but also post about your grandkids, because
Right.
it's good they know that you're also a
Or-
human and they can relate to that.
Or
especially
I
if they're
wrote a
grandma.
LinkedIn article last week about how hockey is so much like business, because I learned that from attending 9 hockey games in one weekend. And how you need support, and how, how all of that relates to business. So if you can tie it into it, then it works. But
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Tell everybody how to find you. And you mentioned the club a couple of times. We want to let everyone know what the club is. So
Okay.
tell them about the club and what you do.
You can find us at freshimpactllc.com, and the Get It Done Marketing Club is where we meet during 3 times a week, up to 3 times a week, through our marketing sessions, where you come online and I am your coach, your cheerleader, your teacher. I'm whatever you want me to do in the online marketing space. So we will help you come up with ideas. We will help you schedule. We have a scheduler that you get to use. We have lots of education and resources. We have a new training every week that explains up to date what's going on in social media, all the different new features of Instagram. Last week, we talked about analytics and how to read them and how to use them to make your decisions. So we're just basically a great support for you. And it's $147 a month, and there's no commitment. You just come, learn, use it as much as you can, and go from there.
It's a beautiful thing. I mean, before we went live today, Kim taught me something that I didn't know. These are the kinds of tips she does at the club for the members of the club. You can show up during these open office hours. You work on your own social media. Kim's there to help coach you, inspire you, give you the guts to press post sometimes when we're feeling nervous. It's fabulous. So for those of you who are doing your own social media, but you need that support, the accountability, get on Kim's calendar, talk to her about the club. It's amazing. All my Profit Insider Academy clients are in there because I put them in there, because it's important. Because if you're not running your social media the way you run your business, or should I say, if you're running your social media badly, poorly, not showing up, people will think that's the way you run your business.
Right.
Public-facing assets have to look organized. They have to look consistent. Otherwise, people will subconsciously judge your business for doing the same, not being consistent and not showing up.
Correct.
So think about that when you're going, oh, I don't really want to do social media anymore. None of us do at some points, but you need to, so people know that you are a good business person and you know how to run your process well.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We will see you next time. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you so much.
We'll see everybody soon. Go have a great Wednesday.